Hello, and welcome to the Gojenn podcast slash Plannercast. I think this is podcast 34, Plannercast 12. Today is Sunday, September 20th, and it is 1 week before the grand holiday known around the world as my birthday. It's been, when somebody asks me what's my favorite holiday, it's my birthday. I was very fortunate to have parents that made a big deal out of my birthday. I didn't get like 20 presents, or it wasn't like the Dursleys' house, but I always felt really special. We'd go out to eat, I'd get a present, something that I really wanted, and my mom and dad always made me feel really special on my birthday, and it has carried over for these 250 years now. But anyway, I hope that you are comfortable. I'm glad you've joined me today. Sit back. What are you doing? Are you knitting or crocheting? Are you working in an art journal, doing some zentangles? You waiting for something to dry, some paint or something? I've been watching YouTube videos about art journals, and I am thinking that I'm going to start one. I'm going to gather a few supplies with my 40% off coupon at Hobby Lobby, so slowly but surely, and then I'm going to start that, and I'll probably make a series of videos about that, just because videos. One thing that I did want to tell you all about is that short story long. Let's not do that. One day the deal of the day on Amazon.com was a laminating machine by Swingline. Swingline makes mainly staplers, is what I've seen. But anyway, and they had a laminator for $14. So I got one. And today was the first day that I actually used it, and I wanted to show you what I laminated. And now I have ideas. I couldn't believe how simple it was. I thought I was going to have to, roll my sleeves up, and it's going to be, but you just slide the thing, poop, it's done. Who knew? Not me, for $14, which you do have to buy the envelopes, the packets thing that you put the items to be laminated in. But I got a pack of 50, and I imagine that'll last me for a very long time. So anyway, I made this. This is a picture of my two dogs. This is Bella, and this is Lucky. They're my Maltese, and we got them through the Southern Comfort Maltese Rescue. And I encourage you, if you're looking for a pet for your family, to go to a rescue operation. These animals need homes. Lucky, my little boy. I'm talking about laminating. I'm sorry. Anyway, Lucky, we think he was a puppy mill dog, because he truly is what a Maltese, his face, when it's not all gummed up and dirty. This, not the best picture, but I love it. And then Bella was a stray they found in Atlanta, wandering around. She had a puppy with her, but they weren't for sure it was her puppy. But anyway, we've had them for 3 years now, and I couldn't love them anymore. Couldn't. So anyway, I took a pic. I have this picture, and I put it. It's got dog bones on the back, and this is roughly 3.5 by 5.5. So if this is my field notes, it's the size of my inserts. So that's going to be a dashboard, And then I had this was some pattern paper that I had, and I just folded it in half, and it's a little narrower. I should choose my vocabulary more carefully. I'm going to use this to be a washi board and just wrap a couple times around with washi, and then I can keep this in my Foxy Fix fauxmidori and be able to carry washi with me on the go, because that's really important. I don't know how I have survived all these years without having washi with me 24/7. That was me being facetious, just so you know. Okay. And then I had some Zentangle squares. And so they're like 4 inches, 3.5, 4 inches square. And I have no clue what I'm going to do with them. I just wanted to see how it would work. And it worked just fine. So now I am going to purposely make 2 Zentangles to be front and back, and I'll laminate them together for a dashboard for my journal. I am thrilled with it. I could not, I mean, for less than $20 for the laminator and the sheets. Good grief. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And then I wanted to show you what I've been working on. This is a blanket square, sock yarn blanket square that I did for a class in the Ravelry Forum Harry Potter Knitting and Crochet group. If it looks different here and here, that's because it is. I ran out of this yarn and finished up with this, but it's very similar and it made me happy. And the prompt for that was to look like a flower. And flowers are never a single color, ever. So, and then this is another sock yarn blanket square that was supposed to be violet. And it's violet. So I got 2 of those done, 2 classes done for my Harry Potter. Now, let me show you my Allegro wrap that I realized last night is about halfway done. There it is, and there it is. I think it's just beautiful. It's very easy to work. There's a row 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 4-row repeat. And of course, by now I've gotten it down pat. I do have to check to see how the row starts, because some rows have triple crochets, some rows single crochet, so I have to make sure I get that right. But otherwise, this is just a breeze. And when I weighed it last night, or the night before, last night, I realized that it is almost to the halfway point, because the idea of in the pattern is that you knit to half, or you crochet, excuse me, to halfway, and then you break off the yarn and start on the other side of the beginning row and work out that way. And that's how it is made. My hitchhiker has not seen a lot of love this week. It did last Sunday when I podcast, because after the podcast I sat down with the hitchhiker and podcast that I was trying to catch up on, and I just knit. And then I looked back and I had a big boo-boo way back, and it was such a big bad boo-boo that I had to rip back. I know, don't cry, it's okay. I only cried a little bit, not really. I was mad more than sad. So anyway, I have now picked it back up. I think it's to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teeth, as she calls them. It's It's easy, and if you don't make horrible boo-boos, you'll have no problem with it. But if you have boo-boos, it's very sad. Very, very sad. One thing I did want to mention that makes my life easier is that I've got one of the command hooks, the 3M command hooks. Let me pick you up and show you. See it hanging right there? And I hang my project bags right there because this is my chair to sit in when I'm crafting at night, when I'll be knitting or crocheting, and I'll have my iPad propped up watching TV shows, movies, whatever, YouTube, whatever. So that's all that I really had to show you. I'm going to do a flip through of my planner right now. Let me see if there's anything. See, I've got my little insert that I made just for that. I did want to mention, I do these weekly, my podcast and Plannercast. Would you prefer every 2 weeks? I kind of like the 1 week because that way I know how I am, being that I've known me for quite a while now. And if I skip a week, I'll want to skip 2 weeks. And if I skip 2 weeks, I'll make a note somewhere. So that's why I have been doing these every week, just to keep myself on track. Is there anything that you wish I would do more or less of? Do you want to have a video of how I crochet, of how I knit? That'd be really bad. Because I'm self-taught. I've never had an actual class or a teacher, and I'm self-taught. Crochet, my aunt showed me when I was a little girl, and then I just picked it back up after I had my children, or after I had my first daughter. But anyway, I probably don't do things the exact proper way, but I do it what makes me happy. And so I'm asking you, my faithful viewers, I appreciate when I see the numbers go up and it tells me how many people have watched. I sincerely, and I'm sincerely mean it. Thank you. I want to feel like we're making a community, that we're having communication. But I don't want it just to be from me to you. That's not communication. That's a monologue. And which I'm fine with doing that. Obviously. Because that's mostly what I do. But anyway, I love your comments. And if you tell me good job, thank you. If you have a podcast, tell me about it. I'll give you a watch. I cannot think. This week I caught up on the 4 episodes of your podcast. You're in Detroit, and you have a little boy, and he's just started school, and I've watched all 4 episodes, and I'm sorry. I'm not always that great with names and stuff, but I really enjoyed watching, and you're making a Spider-Man blanket for him. Let's see. Next weekend is the it's the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival in Berryville, Virginia, which is near Winchester, Virginia, which is about 4 hours north of where I live. Because I live right on the state line between Virginia and North Carolina. And so this is all the way up, just about to the state line between Virginia and Maryland. So I'm going with my daughter and my grandson, and we're going to have a wonderful time. And we're going to celebrate my birthday while we're up there and have wonderful fun. I'm going to show you in the video some Christmas ornaments that I've been working on. I'm really happy with them. I'm making them, I guess, mainly for craft fair, little things to sell. And So we'll see how that goes, but it does make me happy to make them. So I hope you enjoy the flip through or the flip through, whichever one. I mean, if you want to flip through, that's fine with me. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And have a lovely, lovely week filled with lots of love and laughter. Thank you. Okay, I've got a few things that I wanted to show you, and then we'll do the flip through. This is a Peachy Cheap deal that I got from peachycheap.com. They send out an email and they'll have something really fabulous for cheap. This only 8 rolls of washi are showing, but this was a 10 washi roll deal, and it was for $9 plus $4 shipping. So that's $12 when washi goes, what, usually for $2 or $3 a roll. So I was very happy with that. This is another Peachy Cheap deal, and these are big sticker sheets, and the stickers are cardstock weight. And so I've got some holiday and some birthday and just general occasions, and I was thrilled. This was another $11 deal, and it makes me happy. On Instagram, they have giveaways. Do you ever see them on Instagram? And I signed up for this one. It was from Aubrey on Instagram, Aubree, and she was having a giveaway, so I signed up for it. And guess who won? Me. And this is the loot that I won. So not everything is me. I don't drink coffee or tea that much, but I'm sure I'm going to find a use for just about everything in here. So I was just really thrilled to get those. She was really sweet in giving those to me. And I am also making Christmas ornaments. These are some that came stamped with the design, and so I just colored them in with Sharpie markers. And these had no design on them. They were just stars punched out of that really thin wood stuff. And so I just did zentangles on them, and they made me happy. I've got to string those. The other ones came pre-strung. So here's my journal, my Foxy Fix fauxmidori fauxbonichi. Let's see what I got. A couple weeks ago, I drew this witch for a Harry Potter assignment on the Ravelry group, and so then after I did that, I didn't know what to do with her, so I put her as the first page of my journal, and that really made me happy, because so many times I'll do something that I think is really neat, and then, well, what do you do with it to keep it? Because if you just, stick it in a drawer, that's where it'll stay. So this made me real happy. And here we go with my journal. I have been better this week about using washi. I've got quite a bit of it, and so I feel obligated to use it. Plus it's so pretty and so easy, and all of that. And I've also been trying to use my Zentangle patterns in my journal as practice. This is one of my favorite pages, because to me, this is what I want my journal to be. It's got my journaling that I have to do to make my brain happy, but it also has my Zentangle. This one is called Laces, and this is exactly what I want my journal to be. This page makes my heart extremely happy. So, yay. And here's more journaling and more Zentangles. More. This was one of the stickers that came on that Peachy Cheap deal, and I just had to use it because I love autumn. It is my favorite season, not just because my birthday's in it, but general purposes. And some of my new washi. I did a test to see how the ink pads that I have would do on this notebook paper, and it came right through. Which I did go over it in pen a little bit, but it was too much. You couldn't have written over it because it was just too distracting. So I need to find an alternative to that. The paper that I'm using for decorations on here are from my 5 on Friday sheet, and that made me happy. Because when you do something like that, you always have little leftovers. Well, what do you do with them? Well, you stick them in your journal, of course. And I had more. And washi. And down there in black on the left is where I had to do a lot of math to figure out how far I was in my Allegro wrap. Because, of course, the yarn tells how long it is in yards and how much it weighs in ounces. So then I'm trying to figure out how many yards I have done based on how much yarn I have left by weight. Boy, that was really high math. And washi. This is as far as I've gotten, and on the right is my packing list for my trip this coming weekend. And I put that little paper clip up there because I got that from, oh boy, I got that in with the last set of notebooks that I had ordered. So I believe it was from the Yellow Paper House or from AOR Journals. And that's bad of me to not remember. This is my art journal, and I've been trying to learn new zentangle patterns because it doesn't do me any good to keep using the same ones I know and love over and over. This is my 5 on Friday layout, and it really made me happy. And that's what I did this morning trying to wake up. Okay, so this is my month of September at a glance. It's been a really quiet month, coming up to my birthday, and then I'll have the following week completely off of work. It's a vacation week for me. So my birthday's on Sunday, and then I'm on vacation. It doesn't get any better than that. Well, it would be better if I had 2 weeks vacation after it instead of just one. This is my weekly, it's pretty much a bullet list, and I just do one for the whole week and keep up with it. And then I've got my little check boxes at the top where I keep up with my journaling, crafting, exercise, meds, how I'm feeling. Did I post to Instagram, and did I zentangle? So that makes me extremely happy. Very, very, very happy. This is next week's day, and I've already started my list for that. And the following list, I've already started with things that I know I want to do that week I'm on vacation. I want to binge watch The Blacklist because I'm missing episodes. I'm really looking forward to that, though. And I will be at the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival on Saturday, September 26th. I hope to be wearing my crocheted tunic that I made this summer. And if you see me, please say hi if you know who I am. I'm really looking forward to seeing, there's some vendors there I want to be sure and see. Gojenn, Hobbledehoy, and Star Knits. So I'm looking forward to that. I've made my list of some of the vendors I want to be sure and see. And I'm just hoping that we have good weather for Saturday and that they have good weather for Sunday because we'll be traveling home. But anyway. So that is all I have. As always, you can find me as Gojenn, Gojenn, on Ravelry, Instagram, and YouTube. Thanks so much for watching.